Good evening. I'm from MDI Gurgaon, and my topic is teacher training in lifelong learning, the importance of digital competence in encouragement of teaching innovation. In this paper, what we have done is we have studied on increasingly digitized world and the need for teachers to get trained for digitalization. There are some points that have to be pondered upon. First is the transition from traditional education models. Earlier, the focus was on rote learning and foundational knowledge, but now, as moving forward, we and due to the digitization of the world, now the modern approaches have emphasized on the creativity, adaptability, and the ability to innovate continuously in this rapid changing world. Now lifelong learning is has become a necessity for everyone, being in educational or any other field. It is very important that we uh, we do this lifelong learning, and as industries evolve and new technologies emerge, individuals must continuously acquire and adapt to new skills to thrive professionally and personally as well. For teachers, we just not the providers of knowledge. Now we have to guide the students, the learners, to navigate the modern skills and competencies. Now the role has evolved from for fostering adaptability and encouraging innovation to prepare the students for the challenges of the digital age. For that, integration of technology in education is really important. The use of technology in education has revolutionized teaching methods, encouraging innovation and creativity. Digital tools enhance student engagement and create more effective and personalized learning experiences. The role of teacher in these training programs has now improved, and traditionally, as these were focused on the pedagogy and the classroom management, but now this is not important. The emphasis has been grown, and now the teachers have to get them equipped with the digital literacy and competence to meet the demands of the modern education. The opportunities that have been offered by the digital tools have enabled the educators to explore innovative methods of teaching and engaging students. The platforms like learning management system allow us to design interactive and dynamic lessons that students can access anytime, anywhere, fostering the flexibility in learning. Hence, in today's evolving educational landscape, we as teachers must embrace their role as facilitators of lifelong learning by integrating digital tools and continually updating our skills and creating a dynamic, engaging, and effective learning environment for the future generations. So, what are the research gaps? First, the main barrier is uh, teachers' lack of digital competencies. Whether it is a younger teacher or an experienced educator, they both in their journey feel uncomfortable while going through. Like for younger teachers, they may feel comfortable using the technology in their personal lives, but there might be the scenario where they are not able to, or they may not have the skills or confidence to integrate this technology into their teaching practice, whereas more experienced teachers may struggle with the rapid pace of technological change and feel overwhelmed by the need to continuously update their skills. So teaching learning programs must address these gaps by providing ongoing support and resources for educators at all the stages of their careers.
Sorry, Dr. Vidhu. Are you not moving your slides? Because now yes. Thank you very much. Okay, Dr. Vidhu, sorry. Continue.
Yeah, background of information and communication technology. According to Cabrio, teachers in 21st century must possess a comprehensive set of skills that enable them to guide students effectively through technology enhanced learning processes. This view is supported by a growing body of literature that highlights the urgency of assessing and improving teachers' digital competencies to address the educational challenges of the future. Now, the use of ICT and its integration in pedagogy. Teachers now are expected to incorporate the ICT into their everyday teaching practices, moving from the traditional methods and embracing modern tools. However, it is essential to distinguish between merely using the ICT and truly integrating into the pedagogy. The research objectives. The primary objective of the study was to assess the digital competence of teachers in lifelong learning programs. And from this main goal or objective, we have outlined these objectives. First is identify the areas where lifelong learning teachers show the greatest gaps in digital knowledge. Second, determine whether there are significant differences in digital competence based on ICT training teachers have previously received. Third, analyze the factors that influence whether or not teachers receive prior ICT training. For this, we have used the framework Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge, the TPAC, which was introduced by Punya Mishra and Matthew in 2006. The primary categories of this are the pedagogy, the content, and the technology. So these three fundamental categories, the intersection of these domains create a holistic comprehension vital for the proper integration of ICT in education. The research instrument used was a custom questionnaire which was developed to assess digital teacher competence based on established dimensions. There were, and these were done into five categories. 91 items were there and five categories were there. 16 items addressed information and information literacy. 31 items addressed communication and collaboration. 16 were regarding the digital content creation. 13 were related to digital security, and 15 items focused on the problem solving. And this was done on a Likert scale with 10 response options ranging from 1 to 10. 1 was never and 10 always. And to verify the internal consistency of the variables, Bartlett test of sphericity was conducted, producing a KMO value of 0.79. The instrument's reliability was further evaluated using Cronbach alpha and the Gutman split half method, yielding a value of 0.74. Both reliability measures indicated good consistency, affirming the effectiveness of the research tool. Initially, this is the table for the descriptive statistics, and initially we the normality and homogeneity of variances were evaluated to conduct the inferential statistics. Then Simronov and Wilk tests were performed, validating that the distribution of gathered data did not conform to a normal distribution. Subsequently, Levine's test was conducted, reinforcing this conclusion by demonstrating an absence of equality in variances. After these judgments, known parametrical statistical techniques were utilized, and we'll be seeing the Mann, Whitney, U, Vixen W test in the next slide. And the correlations were observed between independent variables and the facets of communication and collaboration, in addition to the content creation. That too will be shown in this table, the table number 4. So the results, to be precise, the results delineate the dependency relationship of variable. Previously ICT training, the H2O technique was utilized. This methodology sought to construct a detailed model that could clarify the relationships between the dependent and designated independent variable. For this investigation, we employed the distributed random forest model, recognized for its robustness and efficacy in managing the complicated data sets. The
2 minutes left.
results produced,
Dr. Vidu, 2 minutes left.
yeah, sure. So the uh, R was of 96%. Then comes the variables affecting previous ICT trainings. Lime was used for this component, and the study performed algorithm allowed us to discern the variables that most significantly influenced the development of the prior prediction model. The participants having high proficiency in B3 and possessing a minimum of 10 years of teaching experience were identified as the most significant contributors to the previous ICT training variable. Additional relevant indicators were educators aged between 33 to 37 and those with a robust comprehension of B1. Conversely, educators who scored few than 56 points in B4 category were shown to contribute minimally to this characteristic. This analysis elucidates the complex interconnections among many elements and their influence on the previous ICT training of instructions. Finally, the discussion. The current study underscore a troubling trend. The teaching workforce demonstrates a low level of digital competence overall. None of the dimensions that comprise digital competence achieved optimal performance, highlighting a persistent issue that mirrors findings from other educational levels. This trend raises significant concerns about the ability of educators to effectively integrate digital tools and resources into their teaching practices.
1 minute.
Yeah, thank you. Teachers who lack the self efficacy are unlikely to engage their students effectively in digital learning landscape. The ability to create and curate digital content is really essential nowadays, and where students expect teacher learning experiences that are dynamic, interactive, and relevant to their lives. If educators are unable to produce their digital resources, they may struggle to motivate students or provide meaningful learning experiences to them. The findings also revealed that a concerning low level of digital competence among educators, emphasizing the need for comprehensive training and support is required. Finally, the conclusion that the study aimed to provide the insights to into the realities faced by lifelong learning educators, contextualizing the importance of the educational stage for research community while highlighting the urgent needs in the present. These are the references. Thank you.